All right, special agents, this is a very special episode of Daily Dose of Veterans Intel. Let's go. Like I said, this is a very special episode. This is Veterans Week. This is when we have to hear, "Thank you for your service," over and over again, not really knowing the most appropriate answer. Before we get to Veterans Day, we have a very important holiday. That is the United States Marine Corps, 248 years young. It makes perfect sense that we were born in a bar, also known as Tun Tavern. And we've been fighting that turf war ever since. Now, this shirt is amazing to me. I sometimes go and shop on base, and I found myself at Camp Pendleton about a month ago. Now, while I was shopping, this old timer came up to me, and he was edifying me. He was letting me know that Tun Tavern, you know what that is, son? That's the birthplace of the United States Marine Corps. And all I said to him was, "Ooh, frickin' raw." I wasn't gonna tell him I already knew. I wasn't gonna tell him, obviously, that's why I bought the t-shirt. I was gonna let that man be proud. Be proud of who he is, be proud of the uniform he wore, and be proud to know the prac that was the birthplace of the United States Marine Corps. Era. Since we're here and we are in a Semper Fidelis kind of mindset, let's talk about a couple of things. Number one, let's give our thoughts, prayers, well wishes, whatever it is that you do to send positive vibes to another human being. Let's do that for General Smith, Commandant of the Marine Corps, who had apparently a heart attack and is recovering. Let's please let him get well soon so he can get back to doing his job of leading the beloved Marine Corps. Okay, now let's give a special shout out to Sergeant Major Troy Black. He was the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, but now he is the Senior Enlisted Advisor to the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Basically, he's the highest enlisted man in all of the land, and he is a devil dog. Hoorah! Marine Corps strong. As you know, I love my beloved Marine Corps. It started at the beginning. It was the only branch that I was interested in. I walked in and I said, this is going to be the easiest get that you get. I want to join the Marine Corps. They had to slow me down. They made me take a practice ASVAB and do some pull-ups and make sure that I met the basic requirements to go to basic training. But make no mistake, I wasn't going to be talked into going to any other branch. It was the United States Marine Corps. I've talked before about the mystique, and that mystique factor drew me in. I wanted to be a warrior. I wanted to wear the Eagle Globe and Anchor. I wanted to slay dragons like they do in the commercials. Semper freaking Fidelis. So boot camp, service, blah, 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 I became a veteran and a member of the American Legion. And I found myself at National Convention, and there was a group of guys that I met with almost every day for lunch. And we would go have lunch together and then go back to the convention. And one day when we were there, it dawned upon me that by accident, this group of midday eaters were all Marines. We didn't do it on purpose. We didn't recruit Marines to come eat with us. We just came together as devil dogs in a pack and didn't even know it. And that was, to me, that bonding feature that some like to call a cult, but I just call it a pack. We are a pack of devil dogs, and we can spot each other even without even trying. We don't even consciously know it, and we come together because we have that esprit de corps, and I love the esprit de corps of the Corps. And I'm recommending to you that you go online right now and watch the Marine Corps birthday message. This year it's really well done. The production value is great. The diversity of the speakers is great. We have some really seasoned veterans. We have some young people who are still in. We have high-ranking, low-ranking men, women, different shades of green, as we said in the Marine Corps. Lots of representation, lots of great messaging, and really motivating. The music's motivating. The shots that they selected to use in this video are motivating. Everything is motivating. Plus, we get to see the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps and the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Please get well soon, sir. And they speak to you. So if you want a little bit of history about the Marine Corps, a little bit of where we are today, and a little bit from the people who have served, are still serving, and leading, go watch this video. I'm back, and I've spiffied up because now we are in celebratory mode, and we're talking about Veterans Day. Veterans Day is an amazing day. You can get a free meal. You can get a discount on a mattress. You can do so many things. I'd like to hear in the comments, what is your response to thank you for your service? My response is typically, I wouldn't have done it for anybody else but you. I love Veterans Day. It's a great day. We appreciate being appreciated, even though we don't always look it because we're confused. It's awkward. We don't know what to say in return. If you thank us for our service, do we say thank you? That's not right. So we just really don't know what to do, and we're in a constant state of confusion. Now, I really feel like Veterans Day is a special day, and I wish more people believed that all the time. Now, again, I'm going to reference a national convention I went to. This one was in Phoenix, and I was in this pizza joint, and I overheard a conversation. There was this big guy. I mean, he was big, not big. He was a big guy, and he was showing off in front of his friends, and in particular a woman. And he started pontificating about benefits that veterans get. There was this older gentleman, probably Korea War era, from my estimation. And so this blowhard that was talking was saying it's just another entitlement. It's just another reason that we are basically a socialist nation. And, you know, we could be using that money for other things. Now, inside me, my blood was boiling. Now, if he had just been saying that to his friends, I probably wouldn't have even thought about it. But he was saying it to a man who was sitting between us. So this Korean War veteran. And to me, that man has seen some things. To me, that man probably lost some people and continues to lose people today who are trying very hard to survive their survival. And this blowhard piece of, he's insulting him right in front of me, insulting his service, saying that he's not worthy. And I'm gonna tell you this. I was going to speak. My friend actually was eating at a table, saw me, and she texted me. And I could tell from her text, she could tell that I was about to intervene and say something, and she calmed me down. I went over and we had pizza together. I still wish I had said something, but in that moment, I probably wouldn't have said anything productive, and it probably wouldn't have been good for anybody involved. So now, let's talk about that socialism. Now, this year, the VA gave out a record amount of, I hate that they call them income support or income security. That's not what it is. You could be a millionaire, and if you are injured because of your service, you will still get that. This is not income security. This is actual disability compensation. And let's just talk about that. So it's somewhere in the $150 billion range. It's less than, a couple percentage points of our budget. But think about this. You have these veterans out there. You are taking care of them. You are paying the total cost of war and service. And every month you're putting this money out there. It's very similar to me, in effect, to a stimulus package. And if you know anything about the velocity of money and how many times a single dollar bill gets taxed, you'll realize it's really great for our economy. So all of this velocity of money, every time that dollar travels and gets transferred from one hand to another, the government makes money. That's why they tell you when our economy slows down because of natural disaster, terrorist attack, war, or whatever, it's like, don't let the terrorists win. Get out there and shop. Because shopping increases the velocity of money. And so that being said, these are earned benefits. Nobody should ever question a veteran getting disability. And there are disabilities that you can see, and there are disabilities that you cannot see. The ones that you cannot see are largely responsible for the pandemic of veteran suicide. So the next time I hear somebody refer to veteran benefits as socialism, I am going to say something. It will likely be rude, but I will keep the tone down and I will curb my aggression, but I will let them know that those are earned benefits. Earned benefits that give a jackass like this blowhard the right to say something so stupid without being arrested, without having any form of retribution from the government. He's allowed to do that because of the people he's criticizing. That's ridiculous. Well, that's all I have to say for today. I want you to have a great Veterans Week. Don't forget my beloved Marine Corps birthday, and don't forget, feed a Marine. Oh yeah, could you please like, subscribe, comment, share these videos so that I can get up to speed that much more quickly and keep getting the intel out to veterans across the land. I will see you Friday for Friday briefing, and then back again next Tuesday for another full episode of the Daily Dose of Veterans Intel. I'm your host, Jeff Daly. Have a great week.